You're listening to Headmaster's Corner, a weekly, student-run show on all things SAS, from interviews with our head of school, Karl Sjolund, to faculty spotlights, sports, and art features. Headmaster's Corner brings you the lowdown on everything in the SAS and Sewanee community in a short, fun, informational format. If you missed last week's Headmaster's Corner, check out our YouTube at The Voice of the Mountain, where we live stream these episodes. For more information, head to our website, sasradio.org. And now, it's time for Headmaster's Corner. Hello, it is our first Headmaster's Corner of the year. It took a little while, but we've been having a bit of technical difficulties. We've got new microphone arms, and by new, I mean these are like the ones from 2005 or so.
Okay.
It's got the fun vintage look, I guess.
Yeah.
It's retro. So, I'm DJ Sam, I am.
I'm DJ Moon.
And we are joined here with...
Mr. Sjolund.
So, tell us a bit about yourself, Mr. Sjolund.
Sure. Well, I know that we are almost at the first quarter, the end of the first quarter here, but this is the end of the first quarter of my 10th year at SAS, and we love it up here. My wife and I live here on campus and have for those 10 years, and I have reason from time to time to hustle to Raleigh, North Carolina, because we have a grandson there now, and that's if I'm not doing schoolwork, I'm mostly focused on the grandson. And then we've both of our daughters, our twin girls, including the one that just had a grandson, are pregnant again, and the other one's pregnant for the first time. So I'm going to go from 0 last year grandchildren to 3 within about 8 months. So I'm really excited about that. So.
Well, congratulations!
Thank you.
It's exciting news to hear about.
It's pretty fun. People have been telling me for years that being a grandparent is the best, and now I know firsthand exactly what they're talking about. So yeah, it's good stuff. So, but glad that we're off to I think a great start to this school year. We've had a wonderful event just a couple weekends ago at the opening of the new outdoor learning complex, and that was something we spent a lot of time this summer thinking about and working toward. And it was a great way to sort of launch our family weekend that we had 2 weekends ago, and I think that we had about 300 people show up for the event and for the dinner afterwards, and it was just a great celebration. And I think it speaks to sort of the newness of the year, but also some of the exciting new things that are on campus.
Yeah, I was certainly excited to be a part of this, since I've been doing climbing here since 6th grade.
Yep.
And it's something that's very important to me. So
and I've got a great picture of you in there, sort of just as the once we let everybody get in there are kids all over the wall, and you're down there. Looks like you're trying to direct traffic, which I appreciate very much, because there were a lot of people on the wall at that point.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah, but it's a good wall, right?
Yeah, I love it.
That's great. Yeah,
we're having so much fun just messing around in there. There's so many, all sorts of new problems and stuff.
Great. Have you set up any problems of your own?
I have not. I would like to at some point in the future.
Yeah.
But I've got a good amount of projects that I'm looking forward to just getting stronger in there and using it to advance my climbing skills.
Yeah. Well, one of the things we're doing this year in climbing is we're going to move to a varsity climbing program. So it'll become a 5-day-a-week program for the students that's something they really want to compete. We'll go to probably only about 5 competitions, the way I understand it, this year, but ultimately in future years we'd like to do 10 different competitions during the year, and so you can do it for fun or you can do it for competition, and I think one of the great things about St. Andrew Sewanee is that we've got that great indoor space, but we also have wonderful outdoor real rock faces where students can climb all over our campus, but also all over the domain where we have access to. So it's in the same way that, other than just taking AP classes, which sometimes can be for college credit, we actually have our students taking classes over at the University of South. So those are real university classes, and we also climb real rock faces. And we also have a great pump track, the new pump track that's at that outdoor learning complex, but that's also for practicing, and we've got real trails as well, great mountain biking trails, and a wonderful mountain biking team. So we've got 12 miles of the Tim Graham trail system that our mountain bikers go on all the time. So we have training areas, and then we have the real McCoy in all those areas. So kind of fun.
So there's certainly been a lot of changes on campus. I know we got the new outdoor learning complex. We had the gym repaved, and the gym was painted as well.
Yep.
So what can we expect to see coming this year?
Yeah, well, the new parking lot, which doesn't sound real sexy, but the truth is, it looks so much better, and it's changed the whole outlook of that space, don't you? I think, and so we redid that, and then, like you said, we painted the gym last year, but we also are redoing the lobby of the gym. You guys will see that soon. I think they're getting pretty close to being done. And if you remember what the bathrooms were like in the gym lobby, they were pretty small. I mean, they were from the 1950s or 60s, and we hadn't done much with them since then. And so we've completely redone them. In fact, we even took some of what used to be Mr. Zeitler, Coach Zeitler's office, and we stole some of that office and made it part of the ladies' room. And now, so there's more room in the ladies' room and more room in the men's room, and it's also handicap accessible, which we think is really important, and it had not been in the past. And then we're putting down a brand new floor down there. We're doing a lot of stuff with the kiosk, which is kind of fun, and we're trying to load up a lot of information there so that folks, when they come back and visit, they can hopefully find themselves in some of the programs that they were part of. That'll be right there, just finger touch, and find yourself in some of that the graphics on the kiosk, which is kind of fun. We're also, of course, redoing the radio studio here, of course, is in the Student Union, and we're redoing the Student Union. We've been doing a lot of work in here. Had to build a new wall for what used to be downstairs, because this radio station used to be downstairs. We built a new wall to that area down there so that we could close it up, and part of that was we were losing ping pong balls down into into that little well down there, and so we just sort of closed that all up, and I think it made the whole space a lot better. We put up some wonderful pictures, repainted the whole thing, getting new furniture, we got a new pool table last year that the seniors helped us with, so really trying to do a good job with that as well. And we've got 2 new minibuses this year, and we've got a new big bus that's on its way. We had to order it, and it takes about 6 months for it to be built and sent to us. But that'll be coming to us hopefully within the next month or so, and that'll be exciting. And so we're just trying to do a lot of things to just freshen things up, and I think the campus, in my mind, looks as good as it's looked in my 10 years. So it's really exciting. So
I've certainly seen a lot of improvements since DJ Moon. This is our 7th year here.
Oh my God! Don't remind me.
We've been here quite a while, so we've seen about most of the changes you've put in while you've been here.
Yeah, you all have seen a lot, and you've been great all 7 years. So we're thinking about failing you both so that you can't leave, but I don't think you'd appreciate that very much. So, but I love being a part of this school, particularly when we get to see students that started in the 6th grade, and I've been here long enough that now I've got several groups of students that I've seen from 6 all the way through their senior year, and it's fun to watch you guys grow, and it's in some ways it's bittersweet because we do hate to see you graduate, but that's the whole point of this thing. So this exercise. So we're glad you're still here, and we can't wait to see what you do, not just in your next journey, but everything after that too. We got high expectations for you guys and the rest of your class. You got a great class.
Yeah, I'm sad that I'm going to have to leave the radio station.
Yeah.
But I think one of my goals, at least in this second quarter that's about to start,
Yeah.
is I want to put as much effort as I can into improving the radio station with me being the station manager,
Yeah.
getting it as nice and pretty as I can for the second semester students. I think I want to make the downstairs room, we've got like the whole wall of CDs. I want to make it like a media-based room and just make it more usable.
Yeah.
And hopefully one of my goals is that people can have the ability to go live from downstairs and upstairs at the same time. So.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, my money's on you. I saw what you did with the dock out there, and it's fantastic. And so, if you put your mind to it, I know it's going to happen. So,
I appreciate you saying.
Yeah,
that.
you bet.
So, what activities are you looking forward to doing this school year?
Well, one of the things we have something that we just have to do, and that is our accreditation. This is our. It's actually been 6 years because the last time we did it was just before COVID, and but we are accredited by the Southern Association of Independent Schools, and so this has been a process that's been going on for a little over a year. We've had a lot of committee work. We did a lot of surveying of parents, students, faculty, and it's all coming to a head when we have the visiting teams going to be on campus just right after the end of this month, at the beginning of November, and they'll be here for 3 days, and they're going to look around and just sort of get a feel for, are we doing the things that we say we're doing? And I think the answer is yes. And then they're going to also help us with a couple of things that we're working on in terms of the project-oriented things, and I think it's a pretty labor-intensive process, but it's always a good process because it forces the school, and every school every independent school in the South, really all over the country, has to go through this every 5 or 10 years, and ours is every 5 years. But it's a good process because it forces you to just look at everything you're doing and make sure you're doing what you want to be doing. And if you need to make some adjustments, this is a good time to do that. So that process is going on, and then we've got. I mentioned some of the things about the mountain biking and the climbing. Those are things that are we've been doing for a long time, but we want to sort of double and triple down on. And then one of the other pieces that we have had, we just haven't done, frankly, a terribly good job of describing to people out there that don't know us, and that is our relationship with the University of the South. We have a wonderful relationship, have had one for since the beginning of our school, when it was really the merging of a school that the university owned with St. Andrew's, which was the school that was on this campus, and so from that beginning, our students have been able to take classes over at the university. We've been able to use their pool and their golf course, and a lot of their faculty and staff send their students over to us because it's a wonderful benefit for the university. But until you come onto our campus, sometimes you don't really know a whole lot about it. But we feel like that's a that's one of those things that differentiates us from a lot of other schools is that ability for our students to take classes over there. I mean, that's just something that there aren't. I can't think of another boarding school in the country that does that. And that being the case, it is, in my mind, and I think I could argue this. Anybody that would like to sort of have that argument, and that is, this is better than AP courses. It's better than IB. It's better than dual enrollment. A lot of places that do that at community colleges and other schools, because our students are actually going over there, sitting in class with university professors, and so they're getting that experience without having to worry so much about the social aspects that also come with going to university. So they stay here in this small, nurturing environment on our campus for the evenings and for the weekends and at other times during the day. But they can go over there and sit in and go toe to toe with university students, which is I think our students do a fantastic job with that across the board. Their academic record over at the university, I think, is exceptional, and that's because they go over there and they take it seriously. And so that's one of the things I think we're going to do. We're going to make sure that folks really know about that. It's a marketing communications piece, but I think it's an important piece. So,
well, do you have any questions, DJ Moon?
What? Sorry. I did originally have questions, but DJ Sam stole them all. So I've got to come up with new ones
some new ones.
Think.
Yeah.
Give me a minute to think of something.
Take your time. So what are you all looking most forward to in your senior year?
Well, I spoke a bit about, the changes I'd like to bring about
with the radio
station. Let's see. I'm enjoying a lot of my classes. I feel like this year, out of all of them, I'm definitely learning the most. It's certainly a bit more work than my previous years, but I feel like being able to take the math courses and the science courses that are more particular to me and to help me go towards my eventual career plans in college.
Yeah.
I'm certainly enjoying it.
That's great. How about you, Len?
What was the question again?
Just what are you looking forward to most as this year goes on? Besides commencement.
I think it's the same as DJ Sam. I'm really glad I got to choose more of my classes. Mm-hmm. Advanced chemistry, I'm in forensics, calculus.
That's cool.
Sure, all pretty fun for me. I've heard different things from other people. But yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Good. Well.
Okay. I do have some questions.
Yes, go ahead.
Is there anything, any changes to, the structure or, the student handbook you think students should be aware of?
I don't think so. I don't think we made a lot of changes this year. Made, I think, one subtle change that I think the students were happy about with just one of the pieces of the dress code. So I think we did something with the T-shirts that I think made people happier.
It was
right about that. Yeah.
I know the original rule last year was that T-shirts had to be, solid colors,
right?
No logos or anything.
I think we added stripes or something.
I think we added stripes and stuff, yep. And now, you can have a brand logo,
right?
But it's got to be
pretty small,
smaller than your palm.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't. I can't think of any other real changes off the top of our head. We had the situation with Dean Black at the end of the year last year. Got a great opportunity to go to a really big school in Greenville, South Carolina, place that was closer to her family and to her mom and her dad. And so I think she was able to take that opportunity, and I was certainly happy for her. It was sad for us, but we were able to fill that spot pretty quickly with some of the talent that we had here at school already, with Dean Phillips and also Ms. Glacé, sort of pulled together a number of pieces. And actually, the last piece that I had trouble finding was a new tennis coach, and we were able to do that a few weeks ago, and so we were excited about that as well. But she had big shoes to fill, and I know that eventually we're also going to lose as a result her husband, Mr. Black, but he's still here working with us in the admission office, and we appreciate all that he does. But we've only got, I think he has a shelf life now, so of just another month or so, and then he'll probably move to Greenville. But we are in a national search for a new strategic enrollment director, and that's an exciting process, and we're working with an outside group called Carney Sando, and they're helping us with that process. And so had a good phone call this morning with one of the consultants, and they've got some good candidates for us. So.
Well, it's about time to wrap up our episode since we've got J Block starting soon.
Yep.
That's right. Yep.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Sjolund.
Absolutely. Well, thank y'all for having me, and I always enjoy this. So
yeah,
yep.
I hope there's going to be a lot more Headmaster's Corner episodes in the future.
Great.
So stay tuned. We will be back next week at the same time, hopefully on Thursday at 12:25, 12:30. So stay tuned to WNTN.